You are now listening to the Crypto Wonder podcast. I am your host, the Crypto Wonder, and I am incredibly grateful for the fact that you're lending me your time, your valuable time, and you're lending me, most importantly, your ears at this moment. What we're going to do right now is, what I'm going to do is pretty much continue the narrative that I had spoken about previously in my previous episode regarding the Gamestop, Wallstreetbet versus the hedge funds fiasco that's taking place right now. And folks, I really need to be candid with you in this one. I'm going to try my best not to let any expletives hurl or use, pejorative terms. So what I find really interesting in all of this that's going on with GameStop, and for those who are watching for the first time, or not watching, listening to the podcast for the first time, let me emphasize my gratitude that I have for the fact that you're listening right now. But let me just give a backdrop, some background on the topic that I'm talking about. When you're talking about GameStop is a stock on the stock market. Excuse me. I need a refreshing beverage, but I digress. GameStop was a stock that was being shorted by a hedge fund called Melvin Capital. Okay? In other words, Melvin Capital essentially wanted to make money by basically dropping the price of the stock. Okay? This was discovered by certain members of a Reddit community called Wallstreetbet. Now, since this event or set of events have taken place, you can no longer find Wallstreetbet on Reddit, and you can no longer find the same group on the Discord social media platform. So what the Reddit people did, the people who got wind of what was going on as far as the company Melvin Capital heavily shorting GameStop by upwards of 120%. What they did, Wall Street Bet individuals, what those folks did, and they're regular people like you and I, they're not hedge funds or, institutional investors, from what I can gather. Who knows, right? They decided to buy the GameStop stock, thereby increasing the price from $4 to $10 to $15, all the way above $300, $350. So when that took place, all of the short bet that Melvin Capital had were wiped out. They were liquidated within the matter of moments. They had the idea of making money from the decreased price of GameStop, which was already a company that was already struggling, right? So in other words, they tried to just make money from the demise of GameStop, if you will. The Redditors caught wind and reversed the situation, thereby buying the stock at a high price and kept on buying, which forced Melvin Capital to not only lose money, but they have to pay those positions back to reclaim those losses. They were bailed out by another company called Citadel. They were bailed out after losing billions now, not hundreds of thousands, not millions. We're talking billions with a B. Billions. They got liquidated and they were bailed out. This reminds me, like I've repeated already, when people involved with Forex, right, or trading, leverage trading, and they're doing their shorts and longs and liquidating and getting liquidated or whatever. When a regular retail person, or poor individual, I should say, a regular person, not a billionaire, not a hedge fund corporate entity, wealthy elitist, when a regular schmegular person is involved with trading stocks and they get liquidated, there are no citadels that are available for them to be bailed out, to save their monies. Once they lose their monies and they are liquidated, that is it. They cannot call on to anyone for help. They have to take that loss, regardless of the amount. That is not what happened for Melvin Capital. Why? Is it because Melvin Capital is a $1 billion entity? So what is the signal that you're sending to the people across America? Moreover, when I keep saying GameStop, forgive me, folks. When GameStop was being bought out, you have the likes of certain brokerage apps that halted trading. These are events that happen within the last 12 to 24 hours here. So I'm just sharing this update. And let me tell you, the news, this is all through social media. And from what I was told from watching other content creators on social media, this has also has reached the mainstream. And you have rich and wealthy individuals who are upset, very highly upset, that this event took place against a hedge fund. The billionaires taking care of the billionaires. Meanwhile, the poor people, no, you're not allowed to make money. You're not allowed to make money legally, because the attempt what was the successful attempt that the retail investors did by buying up the stocks were legal. This is from what I'm understanding. I'm not an attorney, but they did not break the law. Perhaps what the hedge funds did allowed people to see a certain level of corruption, a level of unfairness that's just glaring in our face. You have politicians now, bipartisan, both sides of the fence, who are coming together, agreeing that what happened, what the hedge funds did was wrong. What Robinhood brokerage app did was wrong by halting trades and forcing people who had any account with Robinhood or any of the securities by Gamestop. They were forcing people to sell those stocks, to close those positions, not buy, not trade, but close by way of selling, which means that they did not want any of the folks who, held the GameStop stock to hold on to it. And they did not want to issue any more stocks to help their billionaire friend, to help their billionaire hedge fund. And Robinhood, I'm really disgusted by Robinhood. You know why? Because years ago, and this was a post, a meme, I saw it on the Twitter feed today. Back in 2016, Robinhood posted, and don't get me, look, don't quote me when I say this. This is not verbatim. What I'm saying is Robinhood mentioned that everyone should be allowed to invest, right? Everyone should be allowed to invest. Something along those lines. And then 5 years later, here we are in 2021, and you're halting trades. You're halting trades. You're stopping people from being allowed to invest. I thought this was an open market. Do you see the lack of, well, you see the fairness? You see how everything is so hypocritical? It can't be that much more clear than that. Completely hypocritical. And then the media tries to write articles and develop their own narrative on how perhaps members of the Wallstreetbet group were of the alt-right. This was an attempt for people who, followed a philosophy deeming them members of the alt-right community. Just try to throw anything at them to make them look demonic, right? Because a regular person can't go up against a machine, an elitist, a wealth, a conglomerate, a $1 billion corporation. You can't go up against a hedge fund. How dare you, poor man? How dare you, poor woman? How dare you make money? How dare you succeed? How dare you conduct a successful trade in the stock market? How dare you follow the law and do everything right and be successful at executing a trade? How dare you make six figures? How dare you just earn so much money off of their backs, right? The backs of the hedge funds that were repeatedly destroying the market. And that's just my opinion. But manipulating the market for an untold period of time. How disgusting is that? This is the state of affairs. This is where we are. This is how things are as a community, as a country. This is an example to show you how divided, what we need to understand, and this is beyond having a tinfoil hat or conspiracy theory. The transference of wealth occurs from those who are impatient to the patient. That's a quote. I forget who I get that from, but I've read this from sages of the past, whether they're financial or investor, wise men, successful, those of days old. Transference of wealth is occurring right now from the hands of the impatient to the patient. Number one, there is also an effort called the Great Reset that is happening as we speak. So the divide between those who have and those who have not is becoming greater, larger, and larger and larger. There is no middle ground. There is no middle class, middle group, middle whatever. It's just either you have it or you don't. And right there is the game between those who have hedge funds, $1 billion corporations, financial behemoths who can short any company they want at will. They got exposed. This one got exposed for the corrupt practices that they have conducted for Lord knows how long, and have been able to get away with it because they have money on their side. And with money comes power, with money comes control, with money comes influence, with money comes resources. Meanwhile, the people at the bottom, the poor, remain enslaved, remain riddled with debts, remain powerless, or believe that we are powerless. But what the Redditors, the people in the Reddit, in the Wallstreetbet community shows us that no, we do have power. We have a say. It's within us. And when we say we're going to do something and we come together as a group, there is strength in unity. There is strength in force in numbers. There is strength. And they showed that. And forced Melvin Capital and whomever to concede and for the truth to unravel. And people are watching. And you know what's happening? This has caught so much traction. I'm seeing all types of people on social media bring this up. Folks that I didn't even realize were aware of GameStop in different areas of, medium and different categories, social media. So many people are talking about this. This is grabbing the attention of so many people, because what this is going to show is where the country stands by way of enacting justice, right? Will justice be served? Was there a crime that was committed? In my humble opinion, I think so. Should there be an investigation? Absolutely. Should someone possibly be locked up? You daggone right. I think so too. Because you're talking about attempts that were made that were potentially criminal, that could devastate lives. Devastate lives. But people don't care as long as they're making the money. These hedge funds don't give a crap about you and I. They don't care. These billionaires will never come around where we live to hobnob, to schmooze, to mingle and sit down with us and have conversations about life. Never. This will never happen. So when you see corrupt activity taking place, when you see this type of corrupt activity taking place in your face, and then we're going to watch to see what type of justice. Will anybody end up convicted and spend time behind bars? Or will there be some type of loophole with their rich attempts, with their wealthy attempts to just sweep everything under the rug? Where can somebody be bought out? Can someone be, paid for? Or there going to be some type of benefits and privileges that none of us know about, that we're not privy to? Are they going to be issued a simple fine to pay and then that's it? We're talking about a corporation that got bailed out. Melvin Capital got bailed out by their friend Citadel, because Melvin Capital realized they were bankrupt. They went bankrupt. They lost billions because the short squeeze. They lost billions instantly. They were trying to destroy GameStop. Guess what? They got destroyed. And they're screaming, crying, clamoring for help from the government. Now they want regulation, right? Where the regulators, what? No, SEC and whatever governing body that monitors the equities market and all of this, you guys need to go find out what's going on. What happened here? And make sure that it never happens again, because we're exposing everybody for what they are. That's what's going on. And I say we because I feel impassionate about it, because I root for the underdog. Like I said, I'm not an elitist. I'm not a member of these billionaire boys club. I don't have that. I'm poor. I'm broke. I'm on the bottom, like the majority of us. I'm at the bottom, trying to make sense out of all this, shaking my head, looking at these people. I'm like, wow, look at how they do this. Look at how they do it. They identify companies that are whatever. AMC was on the rise, they said, and so a few other companies were heavily shorted. They short these companies. This is what they do. This is their function. This is what they do. Companies get liquidated or the value plummets. Then these hedge funds may do whatever they want with them. Own the company, acquire the company, sell the company, do whatever. This is just to fill the requirements and obligations of their wealthy clientele. It's all about the rich. It's all about serving the wealthy. And forget everybody else. That's all this is all about. And so again, if you have politicians who are saying, no, so this was wrong, that this act was wrong, what this hedge fund did was wrong, that's a very telling sign. If you have a group of people who already filed a class action lawsuit against Robinhood for halting trades, that's another sign to tell you that, hello, laws were broken here and people have to pay. Justice have to be served. And if justice does not get served at a moment where we are all watching, we're all watching this. Those who are not familiar, who may just be wondering what's going on with Gamestop, as far as, being a consumer and, they're into video games, whatever. It's might not be to the level that you're scrutinizing this whole situation. That's a different story. But those of us who are really paying attention to this stuff that's going on, and it's a lot of us, we're watching. We're going to see how this unfolds. And then it's going to show you. It's going to give us an answer. And hopefully it's a favorable answer. Hopefully we could be able to see, okay, this is whatever the chips fall. Let the truth come out, though. Let the truth come out already. Let the corrupt, ugly heads be exposed. The corrupt, ugly behaviors and activities that have been taking place for Lord knows how long. Let it be exposed. Wall Street keeps getting bailed out. These banks have gotten bailed out repeatedly. They're always constantly crushing everyone else. But they can do whatever. They could do no wrong. White collar crime, all kinds of stuff. Look what happened in 2008. Look what happened in 2009. Banks are bailed out. In 1 year, the United States government, the Federal Reserve Bank, in 1 year printed more money just in 1 year than all the money that's ever been printed by the central bank of, by the Federal Reserve. Something to that effect. Or more money than the country has printed in the last 3 decades. Something to that effect. Something ridiculous. And who did those funds go out to initially save? Corporations, airlines, institutions, the wealthy, the rich. It's deplorable. It's disgusting. It's sad. In the middle of a pandemic, people who were able to successfully trade GameStop are now holding on to their stock. Can you believe that? They're holding on to their stock. There are people that become wealthy overnight. This is a free market. It's the design of the market. This is how it works. Just like the billionaires would have kept on becoming, more wealthy. Why can't the little man experience success in that way? Why can't? No, it's about no, they shouldn't. We shouldn't. That's what they're telling us. That's what Robinhood is saying. That's what Webull is saying. That's what these other brokerage apps were saying. Webull had issues with trading or signing up because so many people were trying to sign up. So I was hearing that, people had issues, applying or going through with their application process as far as Webull because of what's going on in the market. Because of what's going on in the market. People are delisting Robinhood. They just Robinhood just messed up all around. And I believe from what they're saying, Citadel, the folks that bailed out Melvin Capital, that gave him a bailout, a lifeline, right? A fishing net. Here you go. Here's this lifeline. Here's this life raft. Go put that over you so you don't drown. Citadel has a relationship with Robinhood. Go figure. So this is what they're saying. So of course, you want to protect, Robinhood wants to protect the interests of their billionaire friends, their billionaire supporters, not the investors, not the little people, not the regular people. We don't count. We're too small. We're insignificant. We're peons in their eyes. That's what we are. Peons. Trivial. Worthless. We're going to see. I'm going to tell you, we're going to see. We're going to see how this all unfolds. We're going to see how this turns out. We're going to see where we really stand in all of this. You know? Now they limited they shut down the app for, they shut down the Reddit group. They shut down the Discord group for Wallstreetbet. They're convening, communicating. I don't know how they do it. I think through Twitter at the moment right now. I don't know if they're going to go through another social media app. I don't know how they're going to continue their communications, but supposedly regular people, retail, poor people. Now they're saying you can't make money. You peasant. You pauper. What are you? Miscreant? You can't make money. You know, insignificant. Piece of trash. Piece of poor trash. What? What? It's 2021. Let's see how this unfolds. Again, this is all happening in the middle of a pandemic. Let's not forget that. This is all happening in the middle of a pandemic. People are trying to make money. People are able to acquire money, and these head honchos, these big corporations are pissed off that little people who may be jobless, little people who may not work the same hours that they once were able to work, little people who have a hard time paying their bills, little people who have a hard time making sure that their rent is paid, that their mortgage is paid, that they have food on the table, making sure that they can eat or that their loved ones can eat, having a hard time keeping safe, having a hard time making sure that everything that they work so hard to keep doesn't get eviscerated. Like so many businesses have been closed and will not recover. And perhaps they made a trade or two and were able to earn. We're able to earn to survive. We're able to earn to do whatever it is that they want because it's within their right. And these companies are saying, no, you can't do that. And once again, folks, you want to know why I like crypto? Well, that's why I like crypto. No one can stop you from engaging in crypto. No one can ban you. No one can censor you. It is permissionless, completely permissionless. You could do whatever it is that you choose with your cryptocurrency. It's you and your crypto, as long as you have your private keys. If you don't have your keys, you don't have your crypto. Not these stocks that you don't even really technically own. These brokerages own it. They holding it for you. You just have the IOU, I guess. Crypto's a different game to level the playing field that's completely uneven. And it's not for us to win. The favor's not on our side. No way. But that's what crypto's doing, to try to make sure that the odds become even and equalize the odds and balance the playing field. That's why it always comes back to that. That's why I'm really paying attention to this. I don't believe in equities right now. I'm not involved with equities or whatever. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an observer watching how this market is unfolding. It's disgusting. That's why I've been talking about crypto for so long. That's why I've been advocating for people to educate themselves about crypto so that they can have a competitive edge, so that they can remain competitive, because you have these people that are profiting off of your backs. They're profiting from your pain. They're profiting from your suffering. They're profiting from your misery. They're profiting from the fact that you're hurting. They're profiting from the fact that they want you to be a subservient serf, a slave, and amount to nothing. This is what they want. Thank you, people, for allowing me to talk to you and lending me your time and your ear. We're gonna keep in tune. We're gonna keep watch. We're gonna watch these folks, and we're gonna watch these folks. The people from Reddit are holding the line, meaning that many of them are not ever going to sell. They're gonna make sure that the wrongdoings, that Melvin and whatever other hedge funds, that they remain accountable and are held accountable for the wrongdoings that they did. Okay, so we'll see how things unfold. We'll see. And if this definitely rises to the level of an investigation and there's some type of justice, let's see if anyone gets locked up and thrown in jail or prison. Let's see. Either way, learn about crypto, people. Learn about it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't deal with any type of investments as far as giving advice and offering consultations. I don't do that. But I encourage you to be educated on what's going on that's seemingly becoming the wave of the future. Reclaim your power.